this episode of Fishing Florida Water. We're at Ding Darling. I'm going to show you the top couple places to fish at in this wildlife refuge. So if you're going to be planning to come out here fishing, I'm going to be showing you the best culverts to check out when you're planning to fish out here. So they're not in any order at all. It's just when you happen to pass them, definitely check them. Normally you're gonna be able to find like redfish, snook, maybe some tarpon depending on the tide and the season and all that stuff too. So with that being said, hopefully y'all will like this video. Be sure to, after this video, if y'all like it and you enjoy the content, that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hopefully enjoy the video. All right, so this is one of the first culverts that I would check out. I'll show you all a little bit closer to culvert, but this is like the second culvert from when you come into Ding Darling. So after you pay at the booth where there's a guy normally at, you'll have like one culvert that's up the road. You'll have another one that has like this wooden like rail system on each side of the roadway, and this is like a really good one. Normally this one I've had some really good times where I've seen like snook and some big redfish during different types of year. It's a really good spot to check out. I'll show you the water. Right now we got, looks like maybe an incoming tide right now. It's actually really strong, so your bait and stuff is going to be a little bit tough working with this water, but I'll show you the water in just a second, so we'll switch over to that. All right, so this here is one of the culverts. As you can see, this water is going out right now. This actually, I think it's more of a, I think the tide is going out right now. It's not coming in. So this, you can see how fast this current is really moving right now. So this actual spot, when I've seen this water crystal clear and you can see down to the bottom of this water, I've seen snook in here. I've seen some big reds in here. And normally if you got the bait that they want for that time of season, they'll probably go for it. Typically I like to use, if I can, with a current like this though, it is going to be a struggle to keep your bait where these fish are going to be at, because this water is just so crazy right now. You can just literally free line your line. You don't even have to cast. You just take a sinker off, drop your bait straight down into the water, and your line is going to go way out there until it basically stops going. So I mean, this is how fast this water is moving right now. You can see how fast this water is moving under this culvert here. Now this water can slow down and slack just a little bit, and you can get your line up under here, under these culverts here. You can get, normally you have snook that will stack up underneath this culvert up under. I'm gonna try to see if I can show y'all up under here upside down and stuff. So maybe y'all can see that. But anyways, you can see how this water is moving like really fast out here and stuff. So you get mullet out here. You're not allowed to cast that, as I said, but you get mullet, and as I said, this water is moving right now. It's crazy. Your lines can put it up under here, and I mean, it's gonna be too fast. And you also got this grass too. So grass like this that you may be able to see moving in the water, right? This is like stuff that's gonna get stacked. You're gonna get this stuck around your bait, and that's like something that's not fun to be dealing with when you're fishing too. So anyways, highly recommend like live line. So if you can just put your bait out, right? Just put your bait out on a live line, no sinker, you know, just let it kind of just float naturally. You gotta watch out for birds and all that stuff too. But if you do that, you have a good chance of having natural looking bait and stuff. Just play around with whatever you want to use. If you have to, use like a split shot. You actually had a little, like a mullet jumping out that way over there. Like I said, you got barracuda that are out here, snook, tarpon, redfish, drum, sea trout, catfish, you know, stingrays. You might find a shark in here. There's all kinds of stuff that you'll find in this water. Manatees are in here too. Mullet are in here. But yeah, so this is one of the culverts I check out. Like I said, a lot of these culverts you may fish over here. You're gonna probably find snook and like redfish sometimes. Mangrove snappers too. You'll find mangrove snappers around here too. Maybe barracudas. It all depends really on the time of year that you're out here. You know, obviously in the winter times you'll find sheepshead hanging around the culverts too. eating off the barnacles and stuff like that too. So anyways, we're going to check out the next culvert now that I wasted a lot of time in this video here talking a lot about this one area. All right, so this is the next culvert. You'll know this one because the bathrooms will be near by this culvert. So this is another one. If you can get a tide that is actually facing the opposite of, can't really give you my directions. I believe I'm facing, the direction would be like east, hopefully, or north. I don't even know. I don't have my thing, but anyways, I'm gonna focus on that right now. So the bathrooms are normally gonna be facing this way. If you can get a tide to be going this way here, going back behind where I'm facing at, hard to obviously understand what I'm talking about, but you'll know when you see the bathrooms and the handicap parking spots where you can park at and all that stuff. If it still looks the same, that's all. If it depends, you'll want to hit this tide when it's coming this way, okay? Because if you can fish under the culvert and have a free lining going on, normally you'll have snook that'll be up under this type of culvert. And you can fish going back this way, which is this sign over there, but I don't really like the idea of fishing that way. Now you'll find during the winter time, depends on the seasons too, you'll find sheepshead over here too, feeding on the barnacles too. But I've only really seen snook up under this culvert, and I've seen sheepheads during the winter time out here, but as far as anything else, that's pretty much it. But this is another culvert I recommend you checking out when you're here. All right, so we are at the next culvert, which is actually near the observation tower. So you'll know the culvert once you pass the observation tower. This is a good place. Ironically, it was a good place to catch mullet at when you were allowed to cast net here. You're no longer allowed to cast net on the structure anymore, so you have to actually be in the water 20 feet away from the road to be able to throw your cast net in the water. So anyways, I'll show you a look at the culvert here as to where I'm at, and I'm actually here on a low tide right now. So face it this way over here, see how this water's going out. Much like it's windy out here, so you may not be able to hear me. I'm actually out here fishing this culvert right now. The actual observation tower is over there. You may or may not be able to see it where that truck is, but anyways, right now you have a nice sandbar that's out here that you could almost walk across out to if it was like this. I wouldn't recommend it because, you know, with current here, you could get taken under. So anyways, barracuda out here, snook, tarpon. I've added some tarpon out here, just depends on the season and stuff. Obviously you could kayak launch out here too. This side over here is the other side. This is the protected side of the whole actual preserve. So you don't want to be going down to them rocks down there. Actually, there's signs where you're not supposed to go to. I used to throw my cast net. You probably can't see the mullet that are down there right now, but there's some mullet right here in front of me. I've had tarpon on this side. Normally people come and they take pictures of birds because there's normally birds that are all stacked up on this sandbar right here. Obviously there's a storm coming in, you know, the skies, so it's windy. I apologize for the wind you may hear in the microphone and all that. But right here, when it's low like this, the water wasn't rushing into this culvert like it is, you know. It should be a good time to be waiting for tarpon to be in this area. It just depends on the time of year too. You'll find reds out here, you'll find snook up under these culverts. So let your live bait free line into these culverts right here. When the current's not like this, it's crazy right now to be trying to free line. There's also a lot of grass in the water. You can see on them rocks over there's a lot of grass. It's a bad time right now. We're struggling out here trying to catch anything but seagrass out here wrapped up on a line. So that being said though, this is another culvert to check out when you're out here at Dean Darling. So alright, so we are at the next culvert that I recommend for fishing at Dean Darling Wildlife Refuge in Sanibel. So this one is at mile marker 2.4 in the refuge. This one's pretty good. And I'm gonna tell you some secrets about this spot that I like trying to aim for. Maybe you don't be able to hear me because it is windy, you know. So anyways, so adjust my camera here. So you have these mangroves over here. If you can some good casting skill, right? Get your line up under them mangroves over there, especially during certain times of the day and stuff. You'll have fish that like to kind of hide out under the mangroves and stuff, because it's like a nice little shaded area. So right now, obviously, this tide is so strong coming out of this culvert. You can see much like the other culvert, you know, rocks they have here and stuff. But anyways, but yeah, so fishing around right over here. Actually, this spot here, normally I've seen spade fish out here. I've seen sheepshead too when it's wintertime. Now it depends on if they come out here and they mess with this area. If they keep on messing with it, they're still doing like some stuff to gain darling, so it may change if you come out here. But there's some stuff they have in the works, but they are planning to make some type of thing to attract sheepshead to these areas. So, but don't be too surprised if the areas change in the time of this video. They're doing stuff out here, but anyways, yeah. So I have, to the time of this video, you know, a few months back in the winter of 2024, I did see spade fish down exactly right down in here. You'll find snappers down here, mangrove snappers, little baby red grouper down here. I've caught little baby drag groupers and sheepshead during the winter time. Over here you'll find too. So anyways, there's Jack Crevalle that come out here sometimes in the school. Mullet are out here too. Like I said, redfish, snook, tarpon. You'll find a variety of different fish in here. It just depends on the time of year and all that stuff. Anyways, this is one of the culverts I recommend you check out. There's also the other side I'll take you to let you see too. Obviously no cast netting over here. You'll find iguanas out here too sometimes. It just depends on the time of day and stuff and the way the weather is. So don't be too surprised if you see the iguanas out here. So this is the other side. I don't really fish this side too much, but if you can get a slow moving tide, free lining a live bait up under this culvert here is a good idea too. You know, this area here is kind of just dead-ish from the hurricane. Hurricane kind of just killed a lot of these trees. It was a little bit better. So we actually lost a lure over there in the tree. There's a canoe hanging there, but you know, you kind of see. So anyway, that's it for this one. This one again is at mile marker 2.4 in the Wildlife Refuge. In fact, by the way, if you get a brochure from the booth, ask for a brochure in the booth. When you pay, guy may have one of them brochures. You can look for the area that I'm talking about, so and you'll know the culvert that I'm at. All right, so we'll show you the last culvert hopefully. If not, might not have made it in this video. You can see the way the sun's getting ready to set here. It's cloudy. So anyways, that's it.